Hello, welcome back to Genoa. We are on our way to Corsica today in our beautiful Bonanza G36. There she is. Yes. There you go. We're a bit late in the day because we're going to St.Catherine airport at Calvi, Corsica, and that means we need to be there by nightfall because that airport is sadly closing before, you know, if it gets too dark. Where are you going? Let me help you. Yeah, I'm gonna flood the engine. Stop. Please remain clear of my propeller. Oh, yes. Have you done this before? Crack the throttle. Parking brake. Jesus Christ. Radios are set. Safety. I feel safe. Gonna be a no flaps departure. Yeah. Oops. Where are we heading? Where are we going? First time we're crossing a large body of water, so we are sitting here in our survival gear. Landing lights. A thing we forgot. Jeez. What a moron. What an idiot. So... NeoFly. Whoa, whoa.
Transporter from dispatch. Trading fly today. Purchased goods are coming for loading.
Good.
All goods are loaded. Let's go to the next market.
Say no more. Okie dokie. Runways identified. Brakes are on. Here comes the power. Takeoff power set and achieved. Engine gauges look great. Airspeed is very much alive. Crosswind from the right, so ailerons into the wind. And left rudder. Oh jeez. Come on. Oh boy. Very unstable. Rotate.
Transporter from dispatch. If you have fragile or perishable goods, watch your flight.
Yeah. Okay. Dump on the brakes. Gear up. Well, obviously completely letting go of the rudder. That was piss poor. Okay, runway heading here for roughly a mile. Pitching for the Y. And a shallow turn here using just the rudders. And some trim. Beautiful. Okay, after takeoff checklist, gear is up, flaps are up, engine gauge is in the green. After takeoff checklist complete. Very good. Reaching 3000, so we can start leaning the mixture. So other than the pretty horrific departure, takeoff, we're staying well ahead of the airplane, which is great. Very good. Gives us enough time to look at it out of the window just a little bit. So airport just behind us, and Genoa there just over a wing. So we're on our way. Very good. Calvi's here. Then our alternate is Ajaccio, which is down here. The reason why we have to have a alternate is because firstly Calvi is going to close its doors in case there's we're arriving after nightfall. In case of bad weather, we don't really have a precision approach into Calvi, so very high minimum, and we have to go to the alternate, which has an ILS approach, which obviously has a much lower minima. And the nature of the winds here in the Gulf is that they are running north to south, and therefore we're going to have a tailwind most likely on arrival. It's always interesting. Yeah, so that's pretty much the story of this. We're going to have to do a approach briefing close to the top of descent, and I think in the meantime I'll let you to it and catch up with you in roughly 30 minutes.
France 972, maintain 6,000 feet, turn left, heading 150 degrees.
Maintaining 6,000 feet and turning left 150 degrees, Air France 972.
Normal time, November Yankee, looking for lower. You can taxi stand up choice.
Stand up choice is 0103, thanks.
Looking for lower, Alpine 83 November Yankee. You are indeed. Alpine 83 November Yankee, descend 6,000 feet, QNH 1014. France 972, just to confirm, cleared ILS approach, runway 05, report established. Alitalia 29 Bravo, taxi via Mike Foxtrot.
Yeah, so we're back. Quickly tuned into Roma Center just to see if the radios work and also to get a little bit of background chatter. We are in cruise, 11,000 feet, and we're reaching our top of descent in 5 minutes or so. So time to go quickly over the approach procedures. So where are we? We are here, so we're already within the arrival. So we just passed LIGUR and we have to pass Tortu at flight level 140 or below, which we are. And follow these fixes in here down to 3,000 at Il Roux, which is our final approach fix. And then join the localizer here. Heading of 227. There's a bit of an offset of a few degrees. There's an approach for runway 18, localizer, which looks like this. So our initial approach fix here, Il Roux, that's where we'll intercept the localizer and then head down. The glide slope is a standard 3 degrees, more or less. We're going to have a ground speed of 120 to 140, so we're going to have to descend at 650 to 760 feet per minute. It's usually quite helpful to have this information. Then here's our 1150 from before, our minima for category A and B aircraft, which we are. There's a circle to land for runway 36, which will have to be done west of the runway. So to the right side. There's a downwind leg at 1700 feet. If the wind's too strong, we'll probably try this. The minimum decision altitude for that is drastically higher though. So essentially There's a pattern at 1700 feet, and if we can see the runway from the pattern altitude, we can also land. Otherwise, we're not allowed to. In case we can't land, here's our missed approach procedure. So this is actually interesting. The missed approach point for a category A and B aircraft is here at 3.2 miles from the threshold, which is really quite far removed. So if at this point at 1150 feet we don't see the runway markings, we need to try again. I don't envisage that, the weather's too good for it, but we may have some other issues. So right turn to a heading of 331, then 301 to Calno, and then probably wait for instructions to be fed back into the approach. What else do we have? The airport itself, runway 18, so we're coming in from the north here at an elevation of 65 feet. It's 7,500 feet long, that's plenty, and we're gonna probably exit here at Bravo and park over here somewhere. Maybe we head to general aviation, why not? So that's the interesting thing. The PAPI is offset by 3 degrees to the west. So that's pretty much it. There we are. So, top of descent, we have now passed it. Gonna plug in the 3000 from before, so the glide slope intercept altitude. We'll do 1,000 feet per minute because we were a little bit late. We should have VNAV guidance. So Norca, which is our next fix, at 6,800. There she is, La Corse. Officially in French territory at this point. Very beautiful. Behind this ridge here to the left is Bastia. Maximum maneuvering speed 147. Okay, quick look at the METAR for Calvi. It is 030 at 5 knots, so we have wind from northeast, so slight crosswind. Alright, that was our last turn. Yeah, final approach speed with that sort of tailwind, probably 85, or pretty heavy as well, so I'll take 90 as well if need be. Gonna be a full flap landing. Localizer is armed as soon as we catch it, and that will be somewhere at or after Il Roux. The needle's gonna switch to green, and we're gonna have our localizer. The runway's in sight, so we can do a visual approach as well. There we go, we got the green needle already. With 117 indicated. Okay, we're gonna keep the 3000 on the altitude and disable the autopilot at this point. So we need roughly 600 feet per minute here. Don't need to be super precise here, we just point the nose to the numbers really. But it's still a good indication. You don't want to go 1200 feet. That's definitely not going to work. On our right side is Calvi, perched onto this cliff there. There's a nice, this is the church or a something like that. stunning. Right, so here's our 3 degrees that we are offset to the runway. It becomes very apparent now, so we'll swing a little bit to the left, not only because we also have wind coming from the left. The wind currently at 16 knots. And here comes our gear speed checks. And the wide arch on the speed tape, which means that we can deploy a first notch of flaps. Actually, we're just gonna do a 1 notch approach here because of the tailwind. You can see how bad weather here would be really quite difficult to deal with if you miss the runway. So where are we here? We are at yeah, we already passed our decision altitude a long time ago. Bit of a crab at the moment. I think instead of a crab, we're just gonna do classic crosswind measures. So we point the ailerons into the wind and we use the rudder to keep us pointed to the runway. Something I need to train a little bit, because in the end you get a more precise or more stable approach this way. If you need to kick out a crab last second, the way currently my controllers work, that's usually not working very well. Right, landing checklist. Gear is down, flaps are set, engine gauges are in the green. Landing lights are on. Landing checklist complete. We're a bit fast. A bit fast and a bit high. Quite a bit of ailerons and rudder already here. Trees at the threshold, no factor. Okay, here comes the flare. And we have a bit of a balloon.
Transporter from dispatch, go to the parking to unload goods.
All in all, not too bad. So that was definitely more than 5 knots. A bit of a gust as well. 9 knots at the moment. So that was more tailwind component than expected. And a good crosswind. That is the grass park. That's not what we need. That was pretty. And we made it in before nightfall, and we make it back out before nightfall, which is even better. Sorry, coming. Oh, thank you.
Transporter, unloading goods, stand by.
Keep the engine running here, I think. No complaints here. Very cool. Our landing was 0.29 feet per minute. I feel like with that weather we need to do the next leg VFR. Lima Foxtrot Kilo Juliet. Ooh. Nice.
Transporter from dispatch, all goods unloaded. You can sell them to the market.
Okie dokie. Do we need fuel? Probably not. Nope. Sell that stuff. Can get a whole bunch of that stuff. connect.
Transporter from dispatch. Trading fly today. Purchased goods are coming for loading.
Cool thing now is we have a headwind for departure. Here comes the landing lights. Taxi lights are off. Correct fuel tank is selected. Flaps. Let's go one notch here. Anyways, let's get out of here again. Takeoff power is set and achieved. Speed is live. Engine gauges are looking very nice. 70, 80, rotate, brakes.
Transporter from dispatch. If you have fragile or perishable goods, watch your flight.
Keeping the gear up while we still have usable runway. Flaps up. Gear up. Alright, VFR, so we're hand flying the thing. So I can't resist to go and have a quick look at the beautiful city of Calvi over here. Nice. They seem to have some sort of a cathedral on this cliff here. Look at that. Looks like a citadel of sorts. Beautiful. Lovely. So golden hour as well. That always helps make this so much more pleasant. Alrighty then, we're hugging the coast here, staying out over the water a little bit, so we have a good view over what's happening. Here's the autopilot. There. Reducing the props just a little bit. That makes it way more comfortable here in the cockpit for with regards to noise levels. Goodie. Where we're headed. Yeah, so one runway 2, runway 20. Runway length almost 8,000 feet, so a little bit longer than what we just had. We're gonna land from the south, so exit probably at Bravo again. General aviation seems to be up here. Prevailing winds from the north. We have some weather radar as well. So here's a little bit of weather just south. Calvi here, which we just departed, so the reporting points would have been up here. That's pretty much where we departed the area as well, and then here we go. So at the tip of the bay here is a reporting point Whiskey, and then Whiskey Alpha over the town, and then into the pattern. Okay, nice. Itching to fly manually here. And just to stay current, we'll do the announcements. Ajaccio traffic, Bonanza Hotel Bravo 2 Tango Lima, entering the control zone at Whiskey. Ajaccio traffic. Interesting bit of information that I uncovered is Calvi, where we just came from, is apparently, presumably, the birthplace of Christopher Columbus. I think the Genovese are claiming that right as well. There we go, so... to Ajaccio. A shitty name, unpronounceable, but I think I'm close. Qui sait? There come the beaches. Oh, I see. Also quite nice. A bit more... Looks a bit more like a holiday destination, whereas Calvi looked a little bit more like a monastery. That's good. Good. Big cruise ships and stuff. Okay, props full forward and mixture full rich. Reducing some speed. To pattern altitude. Well, that's already happened. Okay. So I'm thinking we can just head out here and then basically do a 90-degree short final. 600 feet, 100 knots. Here comes the gear. 3 green, no red. 1 notch of flaps. Good. Here's our approach speed, 85. A bit heavy. I'm gonna keep this up a little bit more. Okay, the first thing is a taxiway, the second one is the runway. We got crosswind from the right. Let's see if we can make this stable.
Transporter from dispatch. Go to the parking to unload goods.
Perfect. Not exactly put it on the marker, but that was smooth as silk. Flaps coming up. Floops coming up. Taxi light on, landing light off, and vehicles in front of us. And we made it in at the absolute perfect time here. Giggity. Here's a fellow Bonanza. Bunch of TBMs.
Transporter, unloading goods, stand by.
Taxi lights off. So we'll stop here for the night.
Transporter from dispatch, all goods unloaded. You can sell them to the market.
Merci. Our finances are very healthy. Those 430k belong to us. There's no loans left at this point. Story so far. So yeah, from here we see where we head next. Not determined yet. It could be anywhere. Alright, thanks for flying. Catch you next time. Good night.